Today we're going to talk about how to avoid getting scammed as a content creator and what we can learn from Flaqo. You know, he came out, he gave us that story. So welcome to True Publicity Show, where we talk about marketing, social media, and content creation, and so much more. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. So we want to have a serious conversation around that. As a content creator, if you're watching me, make sure you share this with another content creator so that we don't miss out on these things. Now, Flaqo is a big content creator in Kenya and even in Africa. Recently, he went on social media and he told us how he had not been paid for work he had done for such a big company, a phone company, to be specific. And he's not alone. There are so many others who are struggling, who are having this problem. But the truth is, as a content creator, as an influencer, as someone who's actually out here famous, you need to protect your bag. Number one, never go to work without payment, a deposit payment of at least 50% upfront or above. You know, other content creators like people like maybe Njugush, I've seen them on TV. I've seen someone like Lin Ngugi saying that they'll accept 70% upfront, you know, before they even think about working with you, you know. So why do you think they do this? Number one, you know, they have a big workforce. They have a team they have to pay, you know. So as much as you feel like, I'm paying this guy 400,000, to him, maybe only 100,000 is coming to him directly. The rest is going to other people's pockets and even the project itself, all right? Then also, agencies are so unpredictable. You don't want to be the guy who worked and then you now spending all your time chasing around managers, I don't know who and who, for payment. So next time a client reaches out to you, make sure that you tell them very clearly that you'll appreciate if they give you 50% upfront for you to start working with them. Make it so clear, all right? Number two, make sure you have a contract. Bro, no contract, no work, no deal. You see, the mistake many content creators do or make is that they jump into conclusions and start working with people based on DMs, based on emails, based on WhatsApp chats. And let me tell you something, that is not legally binding. Make sure you sign an agreement and a contract that includes the following, all right? Payment terms, how much and when it's due, scope of work, exactly when are you delivering. And of course, number three, late payment penalties. This is very important. Make sure you charge them an interest each and every time they delay on payment so that they become serious to pay on time. Very serious. Number three, know who you're dealing with. Avoid middlemen, all right? The reason Flaqo and many others got into this problem is they were contracted with an agency, a third-party agency, yet the work is for a certain different company. So when this third-party agency doesn't pay up, you see, the main company is like, but we paid these guys, you know. Why are you saying that you haven't been paid, you know? We paid them. So utapata pia, these companies will start using that as an excuse not to pay you guys because they already paid. So they'll be like, we're gonna go into court, sue that other company, but you're still struggling. You still haven't been paid. And the trial court cases can even stretch to even 5 years, 10 years. So just know that middlemen complicate payments because they end up never ever paying on time. So to avoid all this, make sure that you know who is paying you directly. Okay? Then if it is middlemen, make sure it is very well written in the contract, you know, and the payment structure is well outlined so that we don't have any problems whatsoever anyway, all right? And number three, if possible, please just work with the main company. Avoid middlemen at all costs. You'll be left wondering with so many questions and you'll be in problems that you could have avoided by simply just working with the main people, you know? Achana watu wa mkono huku nje. Number four, you need to start insisting on milestone payments for long-term contracts. Now, what do I mean with this? So for example, If a company hires you for like 3-month kind of campaign, you don't have to wait until the campaign is done for you to wait for that lump sum amount of money, Instead, you can approach it this other way, all right? Break it into milestones. For example, of course, 50% deposit, which acts as also a commitment upfront. Then 25% should be paid mid-campaign, all right? Then the remaining 25% should be paid after final deliverables, all right? So this ensures that even if the company delays, to pay you, you'll already have secured some money and you'll have paid the project requirements, the overhead that are needed to have the project well running so that you end up delivering. Now it's on them to pay you. Very important. Now it's on them to pay you your remaining amount of money. And number 5, call out late payments publicly, okay? But smartly. Do it in a very smart way. If everything else fails, that is when you go public, okay? And I'm assuming it is at this point that Flaqo decided to go public, and many others. When you go on social media, you'll see many others also starting to pop up, telling us these stories, how it happened, how much work they did, and they're still complaining they haven't been paid. Now, up to this point, it is not yet clear if they were ever paid, maybe part of the money, or maybe just ni kidogo imebakia. We have no idea. Or maybe they've never been paid ever kabisa on the project. We have no information pertaining that. We are really not sure about that. However, again, I still have to remind you, make sure you follow it up professionally, follow the right channels to ensure that you get your money. If they've delayed you the money, maybe they have no idea, just remind them, so that they can kindly pay you politely. Make sure you send a final demand letter. That is very important. Now that serves as a formal notice. Then the last one, you can use legal action if necessary. Use the small claims court to go get your money from these people. It is possible, and yes, we can. I'm a VP. So after you've done all these many things, if a company still refuses to pay you, then expose them, But make sure all your claims are 100% factual so that you don't get sued for defamation. If you're seeing me for the first time, and if you've been watching to this very, very moment, I want to say thank you very much. Make sure you hit that subscription button and tell me in the comment section, have you ever experienced such a problem? And how did you deal with it? Did they pay you? If not, how did you go about it? If you're looking to learn more about social media marketing, and maybe you're watching me for the very first time and you are an entrepreneur, you are a business owner, or maybe just a content creator looking to increase your reach, give me a call. Send me a text. I'll be more than glad to help you. Also, I don't gatekeep in my classes. You can join them at whatever time you feel like. Asante sana.